Hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I hope you guys are all having a phenomenal day today. And as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I'm breaking the news to you guys that we are headed to Arizona to run the Wild Wing Shootout. This will be the first race of the 2021 season, and there's so much to unpack in today's video because for all you guys that don't know, that is a 410 sprint car race. And with that statement being made, there's already a ton of questions down in the comment section down below, floating up in the air. Everyone's wondering, where'd you get a 410? What's this gonna look like? Are you going to be running the car that you guys have been building? Are you going to be running another car? When do you leave? When are the vlogs going to come out? Like, everyone is wondering, but I know that there's so much to unpack, so I really want to get into that in today's vlog. So the first question that I'm going to be answering here is, where did you guys get a 410? Have you had it for months? Have you not told us about it? And the bottom line is, really, this all came together very quickly. So it was about the middle of December when all of this happened. It started when we were trying to get our 360 sprint car plans together. Obviously, we have our limiteds, we have our 360s, so those were the two divisions we were going to be focusing on, as well as trying to get some races together for Carly. When we did plan on traveling, we were hoping to hit as many races as possible. Like, for example, if we went to ASCS Speed Week again, we could run so many races across so many states in just about a week and a half that was going to be super valuable to have on the schedule. We also really wanted to go back to the Hockett, maybe get a few trips to Knoxville. So we wanted to stay close to home a little bit, but when we did travel, we really wanted to maximize what we were going to get out of that trip and try to race as much as possible. And a little bit before December, I think it was, they had announced the Wild Wing Shootout, and when my dad saw that, he's like, we really should try to go to that. Obviously, we don't have a 410, but maybe we could make something happen where we rent one or do anything we can to make it to that race. Obviously, it's 3 nights in a row, which is super appealing, all at the same racetrack, and there's even a practice night, so technically it's 4 nights in a row of turning laps in a 410, and it's not necessarily close to home, but it's kind of close, if you know what I'm saying, because there's just not a lot of 410 racing. You know, if we wanted to run a 410 besides California, we got to go pretty far east, so Arizona is technically kind of close for a 410 race. And pretty much what happened in the middle of December, one of our sponsors stepped up to the plate and actually purchased a 410 for our team, which I'm so grateful for. This is going to be an awesome opportunity to get down to the Arizona Speedway for the Wild Wing Shootout with a ton of competition, and I'm just going to say right off the bat, I don't have a ton of expectations. Trust me guys, I'm not going down there expecting to win the race. I really would like to go down there and try to make the show a couple of the nights, get some very valuable laps, and figure out how to drive a 410. I've heard a lot about how they drive, but obviously I've never been behind the wheel of one, so I really just want to use this all to learn, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity at an awesome racetrack. I've never been to the Arizona Speedway, but I've watched a lot of highlight videos from there, and you can just tell it's fairly large and it's also super wide. I think for my first 410 race and my first laps in a 410, it'll be much better to be at a track like that where I can really move around and find different lanes than to maybe be on a super tiny bull ring, like maybe the Banks bull ring, for example, up in Northern Oregon. If I did my first 410 race there, I feel like it would just be a little out of control because of how small it is, and you don't have a lot of room to maneuver and stay out of people's way as well as get those laps. So I really just want to take full advantage of this opportunity, and don't get me wrong, I'm super excited, but also part of me is just taking it all in because as we've gotten closer and closer to it, I feel pumped, but I also feel that nervous feeling of like my first time in a 410 and what that difference is gonna feel like. So for any of you guys that are wondering, we are gonna be leaving this next Wednesday for Arizona. We're gonna have a full crew of people. We're gonna be documenting it here on the YouTube channel, doing live streams, doing road trip vlogs, gonna be doing vlogs at the track, on boards. Like, it's gonna be insane, so you guys are gonna wanna stay tuned for this. I cannot tell you how many comments I've got on my videos since I started in 2016. Tanner, hop in a 410, run a 410, rent a 410, just get in a 410, and it is finally happening. I know Carly getting a sprint car was a big deal, but I think this could potentially be just right there with it. It's gonna be so exciting. It's gonna be 6, 7, 8 videos. Like I said, there's so much potential with everything that we're gonna be doing, and it starts right after this. I got some footage of us dropping it in the new car that I wanted to play for you guys, so here it is. here it is. This Ryder 410 engine. This thing is so nice. It's crazy that it's sitting in my race car inside our race shop. Like I said earlier, a lot of this came together so quickly between the end of December and the beginning of January. And I'm so grateful that we had someone step up to the plate to make sure there was some 410 racing in my future. So everything's just a little bit messy right now. We're working on a bunch of different things. My crew chief, Roger Henderson, and myself dropped it in earlier this week, and then after that, he's just been working on getting all the lines made up and figuring out how to plumb this engine. Not gonna lie, as I'm shooting and recording this video and talking to you guys about it, it just doesn't really feel real to me. I guess I can say I just hope you guys are as pumped as I am, because this is gonna be incredible. So I guess now that you guys have seen us drop this engine in our new car, it's probably about time to answer a few more questions. So a few of you guys might be wondering about our car situation. So we're gonna be running this car down in Arizona, but our goal is to bring a second car with us just in case. So that second car that we're gonna be bringing is actually just coming back from powder coat here at the end of the week. And then if you look back here, these are all the parts for that car. It'll be back from powder coat here at the end of the week, and we should be able to slap that together fairly quickly since it's not brand new. All the parts were already on the car. Anyway though, that's really all I got. I just really wanted to tell you about all this exciting news so you guys could start preparing and then I could start my preparations. One of the final things that I did want to say, if you guys are going to want to watch this Arizona race, I'll put a link down to Flow Racing in the description down below. That's one of the cool things. As you start, I guess, running some of these bigger shows, obviously big people are covering it like Flow, so the coverage is going to be awesome of all 4 nights in Arizona. I know the $150 subscription may seem like a lot, which don't get me wrong, up front it definitely is, but it equals out to like $12.50 a month, and I believe you get like over 1,200 races. So if you really start doing the math there, it's a killer deal. But anyway though, we are gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I've said a couple times, I'm absolutely stoked. I'm definitely feeling that nervous feeling, but I'm also pumped about the opportunity for what we're gonna be able to do on the vlog. I've always talked about if we can just get to some of these bigger races, the videos are gonna go up so much, because like instead of racing maybe just like a weekly show here in Oregon, we're going to one of like the only races in the United States at this time in the year. So obviously there's gonna be a ton of eyes there, and the chance to make some killer content for you guys is at an all-time high, so I'm ready for it. So with all that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video. I'm ready to head to Arizona. That's one of the states I've never been to before, and hopefully there's a lot of Arizona fans down there waiting for us. Anyway, we will talk soon. Also remember, just like my shirt says, stay humble, hustle hard. That comes from one of my favorite entrepreneurs and motivational speakers, Gary Vee. He always preaches that. Remember guys, stay humble, hustle hard. Anyway, we will talk soon, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Deuces.